Hello, y'all. This is Laurie with Laurie Resiliently Crafting. How y'all doing today on this terrific Tuesday? It's Tuesday already. Hoo-wee. Welcome. You are in the Stand Tall Crafting group today. And if by chance you see this little red button right here, you caught me live. If not, just do hashtag replay. And I'll get back to you just as soon as the Book of Faces will let me see it. He's been playing hide and seek with my comments, y'all. I don't understand it. I really don't. Just waiting on Miss Giselle to finish up. And she's making a cute project. I love angels, y'all. I do. So, have y'all been enjoying the event so far? We've had a great lineup already. And we still got more to come. We started off with Michelle with Basement Crafting with Michelle. Then we had Sweet Sandra with Country Family Roots. Then, of course, Miss Giselle with Your Craft Cottage. Myself, Laurie Resiliently Crafting. See, I have problems saying it, too. And it's my page name. Hello. After me is Rowena May Inspired with Miss Kelly. And I love Miss Kelly. I love to watch Miss Kelly. At 5 is Melody Made. And it's the first time I'll be watching Miss Melody. And I'm tickled. I can't wait. I love to be inspired by new people. I do. After her is the Crafty Farmer with Misty. She always has something fun to bring. At 7 Central is Sandy's Burlap and Bling with Miss Sandy. And our caboose today is Carol Ruth's Creation Station. And I am so glad she is feeling better. So glad. That's answered prayer, Miss Carol Ruth. That is answered prayer. So if y'all are not in the group, I don't understand why, because the link is in the description of this video, and all you have to do is go over there and click on that little thing and join the group, and then you can watch crafting all day, Tuesdays and Thursdays. Miss Krista does these events on Tuesdays and Thursdays every week, unless something comes up that she can't. I think she took like a 2-week, had some procedures or something done. It took 2 weeks off in the summer, but she does this all year long, and I give her a big shout out because it's a lot of work, and I'll tell you what, kudos to all the people that run events, because there's no way my nerves myself could handle it. I'd be done got aggravated and irritated and all the things, and just throw my hands up and say, I'm done. I'm just going to be honest about it. But welcome. We're just waiting on Miss Giselle to finish up. She's just about done. So I'm going to go ahead and wait. I don't see any. I see 6 eyeballs, but I don't see any comments, y'all. So let me, my laptop would not come up this afternoon. I don't know what in the world. There I am. So I ended up running in the house and asking my grandson what in the world was going on. I seen comments on my, let me see if we can swap it out here and see if we can get some comments on the phone, because we're not getting no comments right here. There they are. There's my beautiful Krista. How you doing? Thank you. And Elizabeth. Hey girl, hey. My chair wants to get away. Okay, I'm seeing comments now. Yay. Hey, Misty. AP Handmade Novelties. Hey, girl. Hey. Thank you for sprinkling, sweet friend. Thank you. Okay, let's see if we're going to get them over here. Hey, Karen Jean. Hey, girl. How you doing? And Robin. Hey. I'm so glad y'all are here. And Loris. Hey. Thank y'all for being here. I appreciate you so very much. Well, y'all, I'm going to be honest with you. I started prepping at about 11 o'clock this morning. That's how big this project is, and it's a big project. And if we had finished everything and got everything situated like we should have done, but my husband was out of town last week, so when he came home Friday, I was like, don't plan on doing anything out there. Just rest. He had to go out of state for teaching thing about robotics, and I was like, you just lost me altogether. Hey, Andrew, how you doing? And Miss Nora, hey girl, hey. Now my comments stopped on my phone again, but it's okay. We got my iPad. Hey, sweet Carol Ruth, and Be Happy Cottage, how you doing, beautiful? Thank you for being here. Thank you so much. Thank you. But it's okay. They don't have to move on my phone as long as I got a device that I can read them, right? But I don't understand what the deal is with my laptop. It worked fine. I was out here Saturday. I was out here Saturday still putting stuff away and things where I want them and all that. And I was working out here Saturday, and it worked fine. It worked fine. And then today I come out to, you know, do some prep on my project, and it wouldn't do nothing. Nothing. I don't know if I need to shut it down and start all over again or, you know, reboot it. It's gotten stuck. I don't know. But I was like freaking out because I was like, don't tell me my internet's messing up. So I ran in the house and asked my grandson. I said, have you had any problems with your internet? He said, no, ma'am. I said, let me take my iPad out there and see if it'll work. Well, my iPad works fine out here. I was like, well, it's my laptop. It's my laptop. It's just a cheap little notebook laptop, so that's probably part of the reason, right? Probably. All right, y'all. I went ahead and made a surface, and this is just a piece of cardboard. But I took 2 10-packs. I'm not sure exactly how many there are. 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, 20, 21 of the 1-gallon paint sticks, and put them in the place for where my surface goes. Hey, sister, I messaged you, Lena Sue, and I never got a response. Hey, Danae, how you doing, girl? How you doing? Donna's Crafts. Hey, Michelle. Thank y'all for being here. Thank you so much. And Sweet Sherry, hey girl, hey. And Christina and Shirley, thank y'all so much for being here. I appreciate that so very much. Like I said, my comments on my phone have stopped, but I'm getting them on my iPad, so that's a good thing, right? That's a good thing. So I'm not going to do anything to this. I put this together yesterday so that it would be good and secure for what we need it for. But we don't have to do anything else to this. But I just wanted to show you, if you need a surface for a certain size of something, that you can make your own. And I just put cardboard on the back so that when I put it in place of my frame, that I'll have the cardboard as a backing on it. So that's what I did with that. Okay, so we're going to set this to the side. Let me show you my print. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this handsome Santa. Look at that handsome Santa. He came from Temu, y'all. He come from Temu. I got him last year. But the Christmas season ran out before I got a chance to do him. So this is what we're working with today. And I done cut it down to size. But we are going to go ahead and glue that on our... Uh-oh, what did I get on here? Uh-oh. Let me grab my wipe real quick. I don't know what I got on there. Probably some glue. Probably some glue. Let me make sure I get that off of there. But it is a canvas, y'all. It is a canvas. And it came from Temu, just like that. Well, it was bigger, but I had to cut it down to size, you know. Ah, baby girl will be here soon. I gotcha. Yeah, he is a handsome Santa. I like a handsome Santa. So we're going to go ahead and Mod Podge this on here. And that way it can go ahead and dry and get secured real nice while we're working on the rest, because the rest is what's going to take so long. Thank you, Krista. Yeah, I love that Santa. I do. All right. I am going to, because this is canvas, like a canvas surface. Because it is canvas, I'm going to use the fabric Mod Podge. And the only reason why I'm using it is because it's thicker. Thicker. So we're going to use it, okay? Let's get started so we can get everything done. Hopefully we'll get it all done. That's why I did so much prep, because I knew that everything else that I had going on, I wasn't going to be able to get it all done. So I went ahead and prepped so that I could try to get this all finished. And the only thing I feel like is different between the fabric Mod Podge and the regular Mod Podge is the fabric Mod Podge is just really thicker. It's because it's got so many fibers to work with, they make it a thicker product so that it gets in all the fibers in your fabric. I don't think anything else is different about it other than the fact that it's thicker. So we're using it. So did y'all have a good weekend? I don't have time for questions, Andrew. Yes, Andrew. Yes. Hey, Sheila, how you doing? And Angela, hey. It's okay, Sheila. You're not late. I'm just thankful you're here. Hey, Kathy Benson, how you doing, beautiful? I call all my friends beautiful because God says we are beautifully and wonderfully made, and I feel like every one of us in our own special way, whether we feel like we're beautiful or not, God says we are. So I call all of you beautiful. It don't matter what we think. It matters what God thinks, right? He's the one that's important. He's the one who's important. So, did y'all have a good weekend? Like I said, my husband got home from being out of state for the week. And we just did absolutely, we just laid around and relaxed and enjoyed each other's company. And even his students, when he went back in yesterday, back to work, his students told him, he said, Mr. Bryan, we sure did miss you last week. I said, well, that's a good thing, baby. That's a good thing. It's nice to know that your students miss you. You know, it's just nice to know that your students appreciate you and miss you and like the way you teach, you know. You don't always find that. You don't always find that. And they were full willing to tell him so, too. So I told him, I said, I had to feel good this week to be walking around in a familiar area rather than last week and being in a totally different environment. And he was the student and not the teacher last week. Because he works in he teaches industrial maintenance for big plants and stuff like that, you know, all these big companies are going to using robots and stuff rather than physical man labor. They go into robots, and it's funny because none of that stuff works unless a human is running it. You know, it don't work unless a human is telling it what to do. It just tickles me. But that's our day and time and things that's going on. So, you know, he had to go get educated on all the things. But I told him, I said, you just start talking about that stuff and you lost me. I don't even want to learn it. I don't. I really and truly don't. It's just, to me, it's all generated by computers and AI. And to me, that stuff is, I don't know. It's just my own opinion, but to me, I feel like it's evil. I do. But it's the job that he's got, and he enjoys the work. And he wasn't quite ready to retire yet, so he said that he'd probably do this about 10 years, and then he's going to go ahead and say he's going to be done with it. He said, I'm done working. I said, well, I can't blame you. You know, you can't keep a good man down. You just can't. Okay, so we're going to lay that up there. And we're going to rub her down, get her down as good as I can. Where's my comments? Here's the dude. Well, my daughter-in-law and son, they go to get prepped and induced tomorrow. So my other grandchild, my granddaughter, she'll be here this week. Maybe she won't be stubborn like her brother was and wait 2 or 3 days once she got induced to finally show up. She may just go ahead and be done with it. But when she went to the doctor last week, she was already dilated 2.5 centimeters. So I told her, I said, and she was only in labor with once everything started moving, she was only in labor with my grandson, my youngest grandson, for 2 hours, and boom, he was here. I said, now this one, you need to be ready, Because I got a feeling when she decides it's time to be here, she's going to be here, ready or not. She's going to be here, ready or not. Okay, yeah, I like the way that feels. When I did a Santa last year, I had this, I used just the regular Mod Podge, and it took me forever to get this canvas material to stick. That's why I chose to go with the fabric Mod Podge, because there's so many fibers for it to get into that it should be okay. So let's get it dry. I'm just gonna run it over with the heat tool a little bit. We're gonna run it over with the heat tool a little bit. You use Aleene's 3-in-1. I want to get some of that beacon. I've heard that's really good too. Christy's Craft Cottage, she uses that for everything. Thank you, Misty. I got it from the Temu. Now, I'm not sure if it's going to be, they still have it, but I got it last year. Hey, Susan and Cheryl. Hey. Yeah, I totally agree. Sherry, I totally agree. Hey, Sandy. Hey, girl. How you doing? Thank y'all for being here. I appreciate you so very much. I do. I don't get why my comments aren't moving on my phone. Let me see if I can get them to move again. They'll probably move for a minute and then act stupid again. Maybe not. Maybe not. There we go. Hey, Crafting with Donna. Hey, beautiful. And Mary Tayo. Hey, girl. How you doing? Y'all, thank y'all for them hearts. The FB loves that stuff. They do. Y'all are telling them that you like what you're seeing, and that to keep showing it to you. So that's just making the FOB happy. Well, it should make me happy too, but let's the Book of Faces know that you're enjoying what you're seeing. Thank you for spreading the love, Mary T. Thank you, sweet friend. Thank you. Just trying to get some of this glue dried up so we don't have any issues with it getting it moving or anything like that. Yep, I'm fixing to start put all my fall stuff crafting away, and then it's gonna be full-fledged Christmas everywhere Christmas. Okay, so there's our Santa. He's kind of plain right now. But we're gonna juice him up, y'all. We are. Let me show you my frame. Now this frame here, I thrifted this frame, and it's solid wood, and it's a big boy. But you can see the detail in it. You see all that detail in it? And I painted it with Dixie Belle Barn Red. That's what I painted it with. Then I went over it with Dixie Belle Crackle. I went ahead and painted the back with the black. And the black that we're going to use is Folkart multi-surface, in the black, but it's satin. As you can see, it has the sheen. See the sheen in the black? And the reason why I did that is because of the sheen in the black in the print. You see how the black's got a sheen to it? And I want it to have the same sheen. So that's why I decided to do the satin. Let me get this put away so I don't make more mess. Don't make no more mess. Hey, Beverly, how you doing? Thank you. Yes, I thrifted this frame probably 2 years ago. And it was lime green, like Grinch lime green. I should have saved a little corner to show you how lime green it was, but it was lime, just believe me. It was lime green. And I sanded the best I could to get as much of it off as I could, and then went back over it. But then I got thinking about it. You know, it's old and it's rustic-y, and I like that about it. I said, well, I want to bring that out in it So let's do some crackle, and then it'll enhance it even more, correct? Right. So let's get the painting. Let's get the painting. Get that out of the way. Now my comments on my phone stopped again. So if I miss anybody, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Thank you, Mary T. Hey, Sandra. How you doing, beautiful? I loved your trees. I did. So I went ahead and put the crackle on there, the Dixie Belle crackle. And because we've had rainy weather for the last 2 days and it's supposed to rain for the next 2 more days, it took forever for me to get this dry. And I'm like, it's a good thing I went ahead and pre-prepped, because we would have spent our whole hour between the painting the red and then the crackle. That's would have been all we would have been able to do. I said, thank God that I went ahead and something told me I needed to go ahead and get it all done, right? So we did. Let me grab my apron, y'all, so that I don't end up with black paint on me, because I will, because we all know how black paint has a tendency to get everywhere. Get everywhere. It gets everywhere. I meant to grab it earlier while I was watching Giselle and forgot. So we're going to put our apron on. Because I just don't want the black paint on my shirt. I just don't want it on my shirt. Sorry for leaving the screen, y'all. Forgive me. Okay. We're going to get started. And like I usually do, I always try to start on my edges. And the reason for that, it's easier to hold painting your edges first and then going back in and doing the middle. Believe it or not. And like I said, this is a big one. It's kind of large, but it's okay. And see, my intentions are, the craft table that I had before in the old craft space, it's in the front part of the building, the original building that my husband built probably 18 years ago. It's in that part of the building. And my intention is that when we have big projects like this, but right now that room is, because everything, the saws and all that, because we're still working, have gotten pushed into that room so that I could start crafting in this room, you know. So everything's still a mess in there, and we haven't got to cleaning it up. And I told my husband, I said, there's no reason to really clean it up until we get everything done, and that be the last of what we need to do. And he said, I agree. So that's why we're not doing this in that room yet. But I'm going to have it set up so that if I have a big project, we'll be able to work on that table with nothing on it except for the project. Now I do have a bigger workspace than what I had before, but when you have a big item like this, it takes up every bit of space that you got, you know? It takes up every bit of space. Okay. All right. So now we're going to go in, and with all this detail, you got to kind of finagle your brush in there and get it all in them little nooks and crannies. So y'all enjoying the event so far? I have watched everybody. Like I said, I started prepping while I was watching Michelle with that big old Christmas tree that she made. And it was adorable. I love the gingerbread stuff. And it's already crackling. Y'all. Which is fabulous. I'm sorry, I'm missing comments. But I need to try to get this done, y'all. I really want to try to get this done so we have a finished project, so you don't have to wait on a picture for me to post. So you don't have to wait on the picture for me to post. But like I said, we still have a great lineup to go. After me is Miss Kelly with Rowena May Inspired. And I love to watch Miss Kelly. Y'all have heard me say that before. I love her creativity and the primitive, rustic stuff that she does. The first thing that comes to mind every time I think of Miss Kelly and her creativity is that picture she made out of them yardsticks. I love that idea. In fact, while I was putting this together and was putting the boards together for the Santa Claus, it came to mind, y'all. It came to mind. Yep, getting the black paint everywhere. Getting the black paint everywhere. Anybody else have a problem like that with the black paint? Hooey, welcome. Hey, Cindy, how you doing? Welcome, welcome. Thank you for being here. Thank you so much. And if any of y'all are new and you like what you see, touch my nose and touch the buttons. That gives you the option to like, follow, and turn on your notifications. You can also do !, notify, all one word, and that's supposed to turn on your notifications as well. If you're not following, it will let you know that you're not following, and it will ask you if you want to follow this creative. And then you just pick your option, yay or nay. Yay or nay, but we love new friends. We do. I am a preacher's wife. Y'all don't hold it against me. I love my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. I talk about him. And if that's not your ball game, I apologize in advance. But I'm not going to change who I am and who I believe in and know who has saved my life to suit anybody. Because, you know, if you are a Christian, you know what the Bible says about that, right? We all know what the Bible says about that. Yes, can y'all see the crackle already? Can y'all see the crackle already? It's crackling, big time. Big time, big time. It is, it is. But I love the Lord Jesus Christ, and I'm going to talk about him because I'm a recovered alcoholic of 20 years of sobriety, and if it wasn't for him, I wouldn't be here. I'm just saying. I wouldn't be here. Because my evil mind, in that state of mind, was not good. It was not good at all. I didn't care about me. I didn't care about my family. I didn't care about nothing but getting drunk. And it was an evil way to live. And I served my time because I was one of those drunks that I fought the law, and the law won every single time. Every single time. And it finally, my probation officer finally decided, you need rehab, girl. You need rehab. So I went to the toughest rehab that there is, the state boot camp rehab. And it was the hardest thing I've ever had to do. Ever had to do. But it was, at the same time, the best thing that ever happened to me. The best thing that ever happened to me. It really and truly was. It was the hardest thing I ever had to do, but it was the best thing that ever happened to me. It truly, truly was. Because like I said, I never thought I'd ever have 20 years of sobriety. Never, ever in my life ever thought that I would have 20 years sobriety. But that's what God can do for you. If you just give it to him, just give it to him. He'll take it from you if you truly want it. You truly want it, but you got to truly want it in order for it to happen. And that's what blows my mind about my daughter and her use of alcohol. That, you know, and she swore it down that she would never, ever become like her mama. And she's just as bad, if not worse. But praise God, she's having good days. She's having good days. She's finally got a job, so she don't feel as worthless, because we all know an idle mind is the devil's workshop. It's the devil's workshop. And when you feeling down and out, and you don't have any purpose, you don't have a job, you don't, you know, it makes it even worse. It makes it even worse. And she's finally she finally got her job, and she likes her job and all the things, and I call it a blessing. It is a complete blessing that, and y'all know that ones that have been watching me any length of time know that it had done got where it was bringing me down, and it was trying to tear me up. And I can't do that. I have to be strong for her son, who I'm raising. You know, I can't let myself get down in the dumps because of what my daughter's doing. She's grown. She's 40 years old, you know. She has to live with the decisions that she makes. And we all do. It was just breaking my heart to know that she was allowing this to take place. But thank you, Jesus. She has come away from it. I think when she first started her job, the first weekend that she had off, she chose to drink. But I don't believe she's drank anything since then. I think she finally realized that she doesn't have to have it. Life is so much better when you're not intoxicated, you know? Oh, look at the black paint everywhere. Let me see my comments, because I know I've missed some. The only thing I don't like. Thank you, Cindy. Thank you, thank you. It's by the grace of God, girl. It's by the grace of God. Oh. There you go. There you go. Ugh. Why does it keep fading away? Hey, Paula. Hey, hey. Awesome, Krista. Awesome. That is such a true blessing. It really and truly is. But I tell you what, when I was going to AA meetings, when I first realized that I had a problem, and that the sheriff decided then that I needed to go to a rehab and I needed to start AA meetings. There was a lady there that was going, and right after I started, and they had a big meeting, and she had gotten her 13-year chip, and I squalled like a baby. Squalled like a baby. I was like, I'm never gonna get there. That's never gonna be me. I just don't see it. I don't. Well, guess what? By the grace of God, here I is 20 years later. 20 years later. In fact, my AA birthday was October 6th. So I've been 20 years and then some. 20 years and then some, you know. But it's one day at a time, every day, every time. Every day. Some days I don't even think about it much anymore, but there's days that, especially when things get hard, and the world sets in, and you want to throw in the towel, per se, that's about the only time it even resonates with me that, you know, 21 years ago, I'd been drunk. I've been drunk. Now, I'm a pastor's wife. Same man I've been married to. We were married 30 years. Be 31 years in March. And we've still been married, but he's now a pastor. And I'm a pastor's wife. Who'd have thunk it? Who'd have thunk it? Thank you, Elizabeth. Thank you, Karen Jean. You know, who'd have thunk it? I sure didn't. I sure didn't. And between crafting, my Lord and Savior, my friends, my family, it's all because of you and the good Lord. It's all because of the Lord and y'all. Because there's been times I wanted to give up. But I keep on keeping on, hence the name, Laurie Resiliently Crafting. Hence the name. Never mind the fact I lost my page 4 different times. This is my 5th page, y'all. My 5th page. Because the little evil buggers thought that they needed my page more than I did. But God told me, you're not done. I'm not done with you. You need to keep on keeping on. So I did. So here I is. Now I got a big old craft shack. I love my craft shack. I do. And I'm so thankful my husband is able to do it. Because I kept telling him, well, we just buy one of those pre-made, and then all we have to do is insulate it and put electrical in it, and then we'll be good to go. Well, pricing them things is expensive. Unless you buy one that somebody's already pre-owned, they're expensive. And I wasn't wanting another house payment for a craft building. So the one that we looked at was $26,000. And it wasn't quite as big as what he built. And it was the one pre-built without the electrical and the insulation and all the things. Like I said, it was $26,000. Well, he built this, him, my son, and my grandson built this add-on to our previous built utility building, and it cost us approximately about $6 grand. So there's that. Yes, and but my husband said he believes that this was his last build. He's not building no more. He said, I done got too old for all that stuff. I said, I totally agree with you. I totally agree. We're just drying this up, y'all. Can y'all see the crackle in that? I'll put it up a little bit closer here so we get it a little bit more dry so I don't wear quite so much of it. But it took forever, like I said, forever for the crackle medium, putting it on. It took it forever for it to dry. It did. Can y'all see it? Can y'all see that? I don't know if you can see it or not. I know you can see the red coming through. So that's the crackle. That's the crackle. And that is Dixie Belle's crackle medium. In fact, I did not purchase that medium. The lady that I have my stuff at her business in my booth, she had bought it because she redoes furniture. And she bought it and she used it and she didn't like it. So she just gave me what was left of the bottle. She said, here, do you want this? I said, sure. I asked her how much, because it was like 3/4 of the way full. I said, how much do I owe you? She said, nothing, just take it. I don't like it and I'm not going to use it again. She said, if you don't take it, I'm going to throw it away. I said, oh, no, you're not. I'm not too proud. I'll take it. I'll take it. So I took it, and I think I've used it one other time on another craft project, but I didn't go live with it. And I forgot that I had it, and it got lost up underneath the other craft table that I had, because it was a shelf underneath, and it got lost, got pushed back, and I forgot I even had it until the move. And I was like, oh yeah, I got that crackle. Well, when I got to thinking about doing this, I said, well, I like the black, but I want something else with it. So I didn't know what to do. Well, I got thinking about it last night. I was like, you can crackle, you can crackle. And then it'll bring the red to the Santa as well as the black to the Santa. Now, it's going to take probably 12 hours for this to completely cure. But there again, y'all, it's been raining and it's really damp. So that's not helping anything as far as a dry time. Let me go ahead and show you real quick what we got here. Don't put that on, Santa. Let me hold it up real close to the camera. Look at that crackle, y'all. Can y'all see that crackle? Ooh, that's pretty stuff right there. That's pretty. Oop. Yep. See, I messed it up right there. But it's okay. I gotta remember which end was the bottom. which all this crackle on there, you can't tell the little defects that I had in there, what made me decide to use which part was the bottom. I think I got a little bit, let me see. Yeah, I got way too much paint right in there. That too. Thank you, Sherry. Thank you, thank you. Thank you, thank you. Yeah, it's got some spots. It's got some really thick paint on it. It's not, like I said, it's taking forever for it to dry. You have to help it along here. Get some of these paint out of some of these cracks and crevices. Let me see, where else? And I'm just pulling it out of those little crevices so that it will dry, because it's not wanting to dry, because it's the little divots that it's got in it is holding the paint. The little divots are holding the paint. I'm sorry if I miss anybody's comments. I am. Ooh, that one had a big old glob right there. Big old glob. Yep. Well, it's drying now. It's drying now because I got all that paint out of those little divots. Yuck. Yuck, what a mess. What a mess. Grab me another baby wipe. Anybody got any big plans this week? Got anything fun going on? Or is everybody just doing the norm? Having to go to work and clean the house and do the laundry and all that fun stuff that we all just love to do. I'm being facetious. I'm being facetious. I am. Come on, baby, dry. Come on, baby, dry. We gotta dry. Alright, I am going to set this off here to the side, I think. Clean up just a little bit. Let me set this right over here where I can lay it down. There we go. We got to clean up so we don't get all this black paint on our Santa. We don't want any black paint on Santa. We don't. Get back on there. Throw that away. Yuck. Okay. Put that in the water. Alright. Let's get this up. Okay. And if y'all have one of these glass mats, and rather than scrubbing to get it off, it will come off. But just if it's dried, just take your little scraper tool and run this tool over top of it, and it just loosens it right back up. So you ain't got to spend all that time scraping. It just comes right up, y'all. Comes right up. And then you can take your wet rag and just pull it to the middle. Pull it to the middle. I know y'all want to sit here and watch me clean up, but I don't want to get this on the print. Do not want to get this on the print. Yuck, 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 yuck. Ow. I just walked into my own light, y'all. No, it was there. No darn well it was there. No darn well it was there. Okay. Don't want to get it on the print. Alright, now, And there we go. We got us a decent surface now. We got us a clean surface. Alright. Let's pull this back over. Now that we got it cleaned up some. And we're going to put our little Santa in. We're going to put our Santa in. I don't know if I'm going to have to cut around it. But I don't think so. Let's just trim these little edges off real quick. Trim it up just a little bit. Just a smidge. And that's just so it won't get hung up in there and give us a problem. We don't want any issues with it. Because when I traced it out, when I cut it out, cut the excess off, I went right in the line, so I did not and it's going to fit right in there. Sure it is. There we go. Get in there. Come on now. Give me a hard time. Now what's the what? What the what? There it goes. There it goes. Okay. Now we got to glue it. Now I got black paint all over me again. What's up with that? Thank you, Chrissy. Welcome, welcome. Hey, Mama Todd. How you doing, beautiful? How you doing? Sorry I'm missing comments, y'all. But my laptop my iPad keeps fading out on my comments. He's fading out on my comments. Now I got this mess everywhere. Yuck. Where'd that black paint come from? I sure hope I didn't get it on the print. I'd be mad. I'd be mad. And I didn't even turn my... Yeah, I did. Yeah, okay. Now let's pull it back out. Pull it back out. Uh-oh. Look at there. I'm glad I did that before it dried. Uh-oh. Yep, there's still wet paint. There's still wet paint. That's okay. I can fix it. I can fix it. Let me just go over that with a little bit of paint marker. Alright. Set that right there. Dang. I'm going through the wipes today, y'all. Going through the wipes today. Hey, Shay. How you doing, sweetie? How you doing? You can't wait for the cold front that's coming through? Yeah. It's the high for today here in South Georgia. It's only 61, y'all. 61 for South Georgia. This time of the year, that is very, very, very unusual. So we're going to use some Titebond Quick and Thick. Titebond Quick and Thick. We're going to put it in there. Right now I got my fan going. Just because I was having a hot flash. And I was like, no, no, no. We ain't doing no hot flashes. Where's the fan? Need the fan. Okay, we're going to use that. We're going to use some Gorilla Clear Grip glue. And some hot glue. Because the hot glue is going to be the hold me now, as Michelle calls it. The hold me now. Send you the heat. I wish I could, girl. I wish I could. All right, now. All right. That's the only thing I don't like about these big tubes. when you buy a big tube, it seems like you waste more than you actually get to use out of the tube. Come on. Come on. Sorry, y'all. You know how these glues can be so persnickety at times. There it goes. There it goes. Finally broke that seal that it had on it. And it had it on there. But the change in temperatures too, from being in the house with the air conditioning all the time to coming moving out here. And when I'm not in here, usually I just keep a fan on. But now with these cooler temperatures and it dropping down in the 40s a couple days this last week, and it only getting 62 today, you know, it has a tendency to want to mess with your glues, and they dry up and dry out and all the things. Okay, let's put that over there. Now we're going to use a little bit of Hold Me Now, and that's just going to be our instant hold, and I'm putting it wherever the other glue is not. I'm not mixing the glues, because I have had a bad experience with mixing glues, y'all. I have. And it didn't turn out very well. It's like they counteract. They don't, nothing sticks then when you go to mixing your glues. Nothing wants to stick then. Alright, now let's see if we can do this without making any more mess on our Santa. Let's see how we did this a while ago. Put it in the end, shove her down. Okay. There you go. Her popped in. Her popped in. Okay. Hey, beautiful Tina. Yeah, heated blanket girl. Awesome, awesome. Hey, Queen Bee's Bits and Bobbles, Branya. How you doing, beautiful friend? How you doing? Okay, we're just going to kind of push it down here in all these little spots so that make sure that it's got a good hold, but I don't think it's going to fall out on its own. Let's see if we put this up right. Here we go. Look at him. Look at him. I think he's pretty. What y'all think? What y'all think? I think he turned out fabulous. Like I said, I'll fix that little spot on his hat. That won't be no problem. That won't be a problem. Let me get this paint up right here. All right, now, let's see what's our time. We got 10 minutes. All right, I pulled out a bunch of greenery and stuff that I want to, and I thought about doing a bow. And then I thought, no, I don't think I want a bow. I don't want to take away from Santa, you know? So, what I want to do, but add some greenery. I do want to add the greenery. And I really like these here. I got these last year at the Wally World. At the Wally World. But I was thinking, if we could add this and this, like so, and then add, let me see which way, okay, that one go that way, that one go that way, and there, yep, I'm thinking, darn, my nose won't stop running now, y'all. What's up with that? But I'm not going to glue this on. I'm going to staple it on. We're going to staple it on, so there's no way whatsoever that it's ever going to come apart. Because we all know, if you live in a hotter area, when you put stuff in storage, the next season, you go out there to get it, and all your doodads and greenery and all that have fallen off because it's been so hot through the summer months that everything, all the glue has done got hot and it's melted, right? So we don't want to do that. So we're going to staple it on. We are going to staple it on. Just trim these real quick. But again, up after me is Miss Kelly with Rowena May Inspired, and I'm sure she's got something fabulous. She does some great work. I love to watch me some Miss Kelly. I do. But I've said that before, haven't I? I've said that before. Okay, let's go ahead, because this is solid wood, so we're not going to have any problems stapling this stuff in. Hold your ears. Okay? Hold your ears. It might be a little bit loud. I like that one. I'm going to put you down there. You there. Put you up here. And you up here. Okay. Alright. See if we can get these bad boys on there. Just like so. Just like so. Get back over there. Talking to my project again, y'all. Oh, missed that one altogether. Missed that one altogether. Get back in there. Okay. Alright. Now, I have some of this, Dollar Tree holly with the gold on it, because I still am going to, I'm going to take some Rub and Buff in the color Gold Leaf, and I'm going to enhance this detail even more with some of the gold leaf. So, okay, so that's why I did not put, I did not want to go with a bow, and I'm not sure I even like these berries on here, but I have this here that came from the Dollar Tree, and I'm thinking that there in the middle would be pretty. But we're just going to have to see. And I'm just going to keep working with it and keep finagling it and all the things to get it just so. And I will post a picture of the finished project, and post it on my page as well as on the group page. Okay? So we got 5 minutes. Okay. This way, I don't have to worry about this stuff coming back apart, you know, when it goes into storage, once the holidays, Christmas and all that is over with. It will all be secure for next year. Okay, so now let's grab some of these here. Some of these have got stiffer leaves, and some of them don't have much at all. In fact, that green right there, you see how limey it's got a kind of a lime hue to it. Let me see. You see that right there? It was that color green times 10. It was lime, for sure lime. It was, and I was like, oh my word. But as a creator, you know, we have to think outside the box and not look at things the way they are. It's look at things the way we can create them and change them, right? We can change it all up and make it pretty, I might end up having to glue some of this stuff on. Might have to glue. Now that one's got a busted berry on it. We're gonna pick it off. Pick it off. Let's see. Let's see. Go the other way. There we go. There we go. Oop, that one didn't hold, so we'll have to use some glue on that. So we got just 2 more minutes. Thank you, Krista, for having me. I appreciate you. I love your events. I always have. And I continue to watch, even when I'm not even in the event. I watch. I do. And I sprinkle out. Just because I love the group and the creativity that comes along with these amazing creators that are in your group. I love them all. I love them all. I do. Okay, that one's going that way, so we're going to put this one just the opposite direction. The opposite direction. Okay. Gonna push that off to the side like so. Ooh, knock myself out. I'm trying to knock myself out. What we'll do, throw that away. So again, Miss Kelly is up after me. Y'all don't want to miss her. She's fabulous. She's got a heart of gold. She's just as sweet as can be. And I love to watch her. So thank y'all so much for being here. Thank you for joining me in the event today. I appreciate each and every one of you. I love y'all. Y'all just don't even know how much y'all mean to me. And like I said earlier, if it wasn't for y'all and encouraging me, I don't think I would have kept on. And I'm so thankful and glad that I chose to. And God let me know that he wasn't done with me yet, so that I needed to keep on keeping on, right? So we needed to keep on keeping on. So I'm going to add that right there in the middle, like so. Okay, so that's what that's going to look like, y'all. Can y'all see that? Can y'all see that? Thank you so much. Oh, thank y'all for them hearts. I appreciate that so much. Thank you so much. So y'all have a wonderful, wonderful afternoon. I will be in the comments. Thank you again for being here. And remember, no matter what, God loves you. Laurie loves you too, but God loves you more. And I love you with all my heart. And there's some hearts for y'all. Y'all have a blessed day. Take care of yourself. God bless. Oh, I can't reach my button. Can't reach the button.